Welcome to part 4 of my brand new series, What is a Battery Pack? Where I'll explain to you about this item, a modern day lithium-ion power tool battery, what it is, what it does, and what it's made of. Part 4, lithium-ion battery cells, and why they aren't all created equal. As discussed earlier in the series, these types of cells are assembled together within this power tool battery pack. This is a reflection of what I would consider the modern day battery. This is the inside of it. These are assembled together within this pack. They come in different physical sizes, as you can see, and there's three different brands here. That's a Sony, that's a Samsung, and that's an LG, I believe, and this is a Samsung, but it's a bigger one. So different physical sizes, different capacities, different outputs, and different milliamp-hour. That AH that you see outside your battery, that's what that number is all about. This is 2000 milliamp-hour, this is 2500 milliamp-hour, this is also 2000 milliamp-hour, this is actually 4000 milliamp-hour. This can be a minefield of confusion, but hopefully we'll try and help you understand these cells to at least a basic level before we finish this video. We'll start by taking this bigger cell, this physically bigger cell away. We're going to discuss firstly these physical size of cells. These are all different outputs, different milliamp hours, whatever, but they share one thing in common is their physical size, and these are the same physical sizes as in this Milwaukee M18 battery pack you see in front of us here. These are called an 18650 cell, 18650. And to understand what that means, I probably need this little dodgy diagram that I drew earlier. Forgive the basicness of it, but I'm sort of a basic kind of guy. So the number 18650, you'll see it marked on here too, like this one, 18650, ICR 18650. And it's this one. It's a bit faded, but you can see it. And it's on this one as well, 18650. All that number refers to is the physical size of this thing. These three things. It's 18 millimeter, that's where the 18 comes in. 18 millimeter across here. And it's 65 millimeter in length. And it's a circular cylindrical cell, that's where the O comes in. So that's 18650. That's all that word means. That's all that number means, should I say, that classifies these three cells. It's not, has no reflection on the capacity, the output, the current. It only refers to the physical size of them. If you want to delve deeper with sets these apart from each other, these are all the same physical size but different in output, capacity, current, all the rest. There's actually a database called Second Life, and I'll put a link in the description so you can go and explore that. It tells you all the specifications of the different brands. To talk about how these can vary quite a lot, I'm going to take these two away and have a look at these. What these have in common is, no, not this one, this one. These have in common, they're both 18650s, and they're both made by the Samsung company, you know. This one's a 25R, which is a 2500 milliamp hour, and this is the 30Q, which is a 3000 milliamp hour. This would be commonplace in your 5 ampere batteries, like a Milwaukee 5 ampere, Makita 5 ampere, and DeWalt 5 ampere, the standard 5 ampere battery. These strike the balance. These 25Rs are likely the best in the market in the 18650 range. They strike the balance well between current and capacity. They've got both reasonably high current and reasonably high capacity. I've heard a lot of people saying these aren't as good a cell for a power tool, and that's true. They have a higher capacity than the 25R, but they're lower current, which makes them less suitable for power hungry tools and more suitable for something that's you want to run a longer time. but needs less power. So we could do a 3-hour lecture on 18650 cells, but we won't. That's just a quick overview of how cells can differ so much from each other, even though they look the same, and sometimes from the same company. These can be arranged together in a 10 pack to make a 6 ampere battery. These make a 5 ampere battery, but in some ways the 6 ampere battery is inferior to the 5 ampere battery in some cases. And I have heard people saying they notice that in Makita, because Makita make a 6 ampere battery with these cells, and they also make a 5 ampere battery with these cells, and they think people usually can get better performance out of the 5 ampere than the 6. These are only 3 brands that we've shown here, but there are numerous sorts, and there's really bad, poor quality Chinese ones, and actually no name ones. I'm going to move on to this, and I'm going to put one of these beside it to show you. This is a lithium-ion battery cell as well, also from Samsung. These 18650s are the most common battery cell used in the world today in all sorts of applications, but the second most common would be this one, and this one is called a 21700, and it's called the 21700 the same way as, for the same reasons that 18650s and 18650. It refers to the physical size. Like I said before, instead of 18 mil across here, is 21 across here, 21 mil, 70 millimeters long, and the 0 stands for the cylindrical cell. So it's the same unit of measurement, basically the same strategy of measuring that, but it only refers to the physical size, nothing else. However, these bigger cells are superior than their smaller relations for capacity and current. So that if you can handle the extra weight that'll be in the pack, that actually makes you a much better battery. Even the 30T version of this, which is the same milliamp hours as this 30Q, there's no comparison in the performance. The 21700 is far superior. So for consistent, persistent power delivery, big cells do matter. That concludes part 4 of this series. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out all the other videos in the series. If this is the first one you watched, go back and watch part 1, 2 and 3, just to give you some context for this.